Hi guys, it's me, your boy John C. Live, and welcome to another episode of the John C. Live Show. My guest today, Mr. Paul Nash. Let's invite him in. Invite. Let's wait for him to come on. He should be in a second. The show today is sponsored by theadhomepage.com. I'm wearing sunglasses today because my eyes are puffed up today. So that's the only reason. So, we're going to welcome Paul Nash, the founder of Things to Do In. He's going to let you know and tell you exactly what the business is. He's an actor as well. So, feel free to go and check him out. Paul Nash on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Clubhouse, Twitter, everything. Just wait for him to pop in. He'll pop in a second on the screen, like he always does. He should be here in a minute. He'll be here in a minute. Here he is, he's here. Wait for him to send an invite to join. Send an invite, Paul, like I did before. He should come in a minute. I think he's just popped up. Requests. Should appear in a minute. Paul, send a request, mate. Yeah, I think he's here now. AD, how you doing, mate? Invite. I've just invited him. Within a second, we're going to add him. Please share this video, guys. The chat show with me.
Finally.
The joys of the bloody internet.
I know.
Yes, how you been, man? How you been?
All right, not too bad. Not too bad. The next,
Yeah, so just.
I think next time we need to get on this about 5 minutes before and just wait there rather than going off and all that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But how you been?
Yeah, really good. Really busy. Things to do in is really going well. We're just launching things to do on my bucketlist.com as well. That's really
Yeah.
which I'm really excited about. I've got all the images done. The site's being built.
Yeah.
The tower's doing really well. We've just booked a princess party there. We've got a drag act. We've got the Fright Night all booked for this October. Weddings, loads of things. You know, networking. We'll be doing networking events there, and yes, everything's going good. How about yourself?
I'm good, mate. Yeah, I've just launched the a worldwide entertainment directory now, so I've been doing that. That's been keeping me busy. So, but if people don't know you, Paul, introduce yourself, mate, because I've got a lot of new followers now, so they might not know you. So
I can't see your face properly, man. You're sort of like, I can see your chin and your bottom of your nose. I can't see your eyes and all that sort of thing. I don't know why.
What can you see now? Can you see now?
Yeah, there are. Yeah, I can now. Yeah, you've got to keep
I've
that
got to introduce yourself, Paul, to people that don't know you.
Yeah, Paul Nash. I'm just a guy that's got. Well, I'll tell you a bit about me. I come from Tottenham. I was a doorman in Tottenham and Edmonton for 22 years. I've done a bit of bodyguarding. I've been teaching martial arts for 35 years, Wing Chun. Taught in the States. I've even taught in Kathmandu. So that's a big part of my life. You know, into American cars in a big way. Used to hire out classic American cars. Had a company in Orlando. Lost it all in 2001. Instead of going back to Tottenham, I moved to Clacton-on-Sea, which I absolutely love. I own a lovely Martello tower here. So if you come to Clacton for the day, I'll just give you a bit of advice. We've got the largest pleasure pier in Europe, 6 acres, and it's been spent millions on it, and it's absolutely great for a day out. A stone's throw away from there is my Martello tower, F for Freddie, which I used to have as a zoo for years, but it's now become you know, like tea rooms. You can have afternoon teas, you can have wine, cheese boards, all events pop up there. It's dog friendly, 100 yards from the sea, beautiful views from the top, really great place. And it's the only Martello tower with a complete enclosed moat. So you know, it's really safe in there. You ain't going to get disturbed and that sort of thing. Also on an online directory called Things to Do In, and yeah, we're helping businesses. In fact, I think we've got roughly about 4,000 businesses top of page 1 on Google, or online, should I say. And that goes from anything from, you know, house clearance companies to key cutting to car body repairs to telephone answering services to drone hire, you name it. I mean, in fact, if you type in online networking London now, or Metaverse London, or Web3 London, or online businesses London, or well, anything, it just goes on. Franchise opportunities London, etc. You can see what we're doing. We also do that London one links to the Essex one, to Southend, to Harlow, to, you know, to Tendring, to Colchester, to Ipswich, to Peterborough, to Cardiff, to Beverly Hills, to Nairobi, to Kissimmee. So we're doing it as a franchise. So it's really about helping businesses, less than a coffee a day, and they get maximum visitors to their sites, and no contracts. And no one's tied into nothing. We show their business to thousands of you know, business owners and visitors to our site, because we have actually also got the largest search term for people visiting a new town and city and country. Also got a house clearance company that I'm into, and I'm into film work in quite a big way. I've just done a couple of other films, but I've worked with Bruce Willis and you know, what's that other guy, Russell Crowe, and Pierce Brosnan, and, you know, untold people. Yeah, so that's about it, John. I think I've spilled my guts there, you know.
Yeah, and you also recently just done a repo show as well, didn't you?
Yeah, and EastEnders and loads of things. But yeah, and I've got a Bollywood film coming out this year as well, where I play a gay doorman, which half of that I know really well. So yeah, so there's loads of bits and pieces. Yeah, I love a bit of that entertainment and that, you know.
Yeah, so how can people contact you if they want to contact you about the things to do in?
Yeah, well, they can look at my sites anywhere by putting anything in. Like I say, you know, you can put any search term in, you come to my site. But if you want to type in things to do in Clacton, which I live, you know, it comes straight to my site. All my contact details are there, and you know, yeah, so you can do it through that. And I really would advise people coming to Clacton Pier. If you haven't been to Clacton Pier for a long while, I know I'm promoting it a bit, and by the way, their address is #1 North Sea, and I think that's a real cool address. I'd love to have that address. But yeah, so you have a day out in Clacton, you go to that pier now. Everything is absolutely beautiful there, and then across the road you can come over to the tower. You know what I mean? So it's also a period of year at the moment. So I'm just giving that a bit of a boost because it's a great day out just for that alone.
Yeah, I know. I've seen your pictures about your tea room. You can have a cup of tea or coffee, a nice slice of cake, sit in the moat.
Afternoon.
Fantastic.
Baked potato, you know, sandwiches. You can have in the next week. I think when we open on the 15th of February, you know, you can have wine, you can have beer, you can have cheese balls, you can have. We're adding a lot more to it. You know what I'm saying? But it's beautiful, beautiful, quiet surroundings if you want that. Do you know what I'm saying? And also we're having networking events there. So if you're local in the Essex area and you want to meet business owners, we do that monthly. I can't do it in April because I'm off to New York. I think someone's taking things to do in New York, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, that's it. It's a good place to come. You know what I mean?
No, I want to say, but I know it's been a long while, but I want to say thank you for sharing your story, Paul, and sharing your business, because it's a fantastic business what you do. So always working, always helping people. That's how you should be, you know.
That's it. I'm out doing next week. You know? Next week we're doing a talk on. I'm helping these for knife crime, like for kids, why they shouldn't carry knives, and other ways that they could deal with someone who's carrying a knife.
Yeah.
You know, they get caught out. And I'm not talking about learning a martial art and trying to take a knife off someone, because that's a silly thing to do, no matter what your skill is. You know, I've been attacked about 7 times by someone trying to actually kill me, not showing me and frighten me, but actually trying to stab me. Luckily, I've always managed to find chairs and a broom in one occasion, a brick in another occasion, and things like that to save myself. But I've got a little idea to save youth, kids, to give them a chance on the street with other people carrying knives, but they're not carrying a knife. Because when you carry a knife, mate, one way or the other, it's going to be a negative outcome. The knife's either going to be used back against you, you're going to end up killing someone. Most people carry it through fear because they want to protect themselves. And if you end up killing someone, you go in prison anyway. So it's a pure negative thing. So I've got a little idea that might help some of the kids and things like that. I'm doing a big talk on that next Thursday, I think it is, yeah.
Yeah. No, I just think it's amazing what you do in the local area of, obviously, Clacton, where I was actually born. And obviously, I can say that I've actually been to the tower, not as when it was a tea room, but when it was just what it was. And it's fantastic. The views are amazing in the summer. That'd be amazing there for people to go and visit. You know, I've been there right to the top, and it's a nice view of the sea and stuff. It's really nice. I recommend you guys, if you're in the Essex area and you're in Clacton, go and visit the tower. The contact details are all over the Facebook. I'll tag the venue and that in it for you, Paul, as well as you know I do. And I'll also tag your links to your things to do in businesses as well, your franchise website and everything, and your email address and stuff for you to help you out as well. So I think it's fantastic what you do.
Yeah, no, it's and also it's about the best place to watch the air show.
Yeah,
Air show. I'll just see a picture of my daughter in the background there, with my granddaughter. She's just there. So you can see it. That's my daughter and one of my granddaughters. I've got a few. That was a little thing when my daughter got married in Florida. We all went out there. So yeah, just thought I'd show you that, because Florida's got a big thing, big part to my you know, my life. You know, it's
a special place in your heart after living out there for a long time and having a business out there. Obviously, it's going to have a special place in your heart, just like Clacton is for me.
Yeah.
Born and bred there. You might move away, but it never leaves you, mate. Always stays with you.
No, that's right. Do you know what? I'll say I'm so glad I moved to Clacton. I think I just see George Browning, my cousin, watching this now. Better say hello to Alan.
Yeah, there's a few Hastings and Brighton people on as well. Say hello to Paul as well.
Oh, so, good. Nice. I'm actually going to Brighton. I think on Saturday we're going to go and have a muck about there, because I've been invited to a party in a place called Crowborough, which ain't that far from there. So we're going to have I'm going to have a little muck about in Brighton and that. I'd love to get things. If anyone knows someone who wants to take things to do in Brighton, they could end up with a fantastic business. Get full training, full support, can earn a fantastic residual income, work from home. It's a really great opportunity, you know, in Brighton. I know it's going to be massive because it's so big. I've got someone who's interested in Blackpool at the moment, hoping that they're going to get involved and take that. But Brighton will be massive, you know, Brighton and Hove.
Yeah, so how long are you down there for?
I'm only going out for the day. I'm going to go. I've been invited to a party in the evening, so I'm going to muck about during the day, pop in and see a few people, go and have a little muck around, and then I'm heading to. How far's Crowborough? That must be quite near you, innit? Is it Crowborough? Near? It's not that far from.
Hang on. I'll ask someone who's on the know. James, how far's Crowborough from Hastings, mate? No, he's a businessman from Hastings. James, a very good friend of mine. Right. So he'll know. Yeah. If I don't know, he'll definitely know. James, can you just write in the comment for Paul how far it is from Crowborough to Hastings, for him, please? Just so he knows. I think it's about 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if it's that then, John, I can't. We'll have a quick meet up. I'll pop up. Maybe I'll pop up Hastings and have a chat.
Because it might help you out, because my mate's got a cafe called the Dugout Cafe in Hastings. And they sell the original pie mashing liquor from London, the almonds pies.
Yeah.
He sells it. He goes to London and picks them up every Wednesday. So maybe we can meet in there, get some breakfast, or something. And he's open from 7:30 till 2:30 in the afternoon. So yeah.
All right, we might do that. And just to mention another thing, we're one of my students, a girl called you might have seen her, Chanel. She's also my daughter-in-law. Yeah. She's she's ended up getting about 35,000 followers. Oh, so it's only about 20 minutes away. That's all right. That's good. Yeah, we'll definitely try and meet up.
Yeah, this guy that just spoke to you, Wayne, he's one of the doormen in Hastings, the place that I do the DJing.
Oh,
So
fellow doorman, great. You know what I mean? Great. Because I still teach doormen, police, army guys,
yeah,
and all that sort of thing. But we're gonna actually start teaching classes
yeah,
online as long as there's 2 people. I'm
yeah,
teaching Wing Chun, which is fantastic for the door. I mean, you know, it
yeah,
never let me down.
yeah,
It's a very close quarter, and it's developed by a woman, a Buddhist monk.
yeah,
So it's not about being a big, strong guy. I mean, I'm big, but it's not about that. It's really mainly for women and that sort of thing. But we're doing them classes, and she just put a post up recently on Facebook, and it's had
yeah.
22 million views, which is incredible. If you have a look on, I think it's Wing Chun Nelly's Instagram page, but she's
Yeah.
also got a Facebook page, and that one, yeah. So she's, you know, we're going to do that and teach classes, but we need 2 people together. We're going to do like 1-hour webinars so they can join
Yeah.
in, they can ask questions, we can show them, you know, against this and how to defend yourself.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to that.
Actually, funny you say that, Paul. Can you just say a quick hello to 2 people, basically? A guy's just come on called Stephen Ward.
Hi, Steve.
And Michelle. Stephen Ward's the one that owns the Dugout Cafe in Hastings.
All right, hi, Steve.
He owns the cab. So what I'll do after this live, I'll send you the address to the cafe and we can meet up on Saturday. We can go out and do a bit of filming in Hastings if you want or something.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be with my wife, so I mean, I've got to you know, see what she wants to do as well. So I can't just be selfish and say, yeah, I'll do this, and this, because you know me. Usually when I'm out, I'm usually selling, you know, talking or networking or doing something to do with business. And you know, I've got to be a bit careful. We went on a trip last year. This time last year, actually, we drove from Orlando to LA
Yeah.
because someone had got involved with the things to do in Beverly Hills, which we launched, and Kissimmee and that, and needed all of that time. We went to the Keys, we went to here, we went to New Orleans, we went to this, that. I was always trying to do business and talking, so you know, I've got to make sure I've got to, you know, look after her a bit more than just business, and actually have a bit of fun with her, because we're both getting on now. Do you know what I mean? We're in our 60s. We've got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've got to, you know, it's not just going out and doing my own stuff now. I've got to make some good memories as well. You know.
No, I meant by making videos, I didn't just mean like going to businesses. I meant like filming you doing a couple of things.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? As a bit of footage. Because what I'm doing is, you don't know about this, but a lot of people in Hastings know. I've got a film crew now in Hastings, and I'm actually making a Hastings documentary for Netflix.
Oh,
so getting a couple of videos of you in it will be good.
Yeah,
so,
very, very good. Yeah, very good.
So I can get the footage while you're there. But like I said, I'll send you the address and that as well. If you can make it, then come. If you can't, then fair play.
I will. I will try and do that. You know what I mean? So,
right, Steve Ward just said to you, keep it real, mate. Respect.
Oh, nice one. No, thanks. Thanks. Nice to. I know you got a good following and nice guys and all that sort of thing. I follow and see everything that you do. You know what I mean? You ain't been a Clacton for a while, so you'll have to get up here. You know. So
yeah, but obviously, because I don't drive, it's so hard to get there and we're back in one day. You know what I mean? It's so difficult. You know what I mean? With these train strikes as well, it's a pain.
yeah.
I can see if I could bribe a couple of my friends on my Facebook that drive and give them a day out.
Yeah, yeah.
And see what happens. So, no, thanks, Steve.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was. I'm talking about Steve there, but yeah, it's you know, like I don't think I've ever been to Hastings. I'm sure I haven't been to Hastings.
No, it's really obviously our pier's closed now at the moment because the owners closed it for a minute. But he owns Eastbourne Pier as well. But it's such a good, especially if you're going to the old town of Hastings. It's fantastic down there, and the town, you'd love it here. It's really nice, and obviously that made me feel so welcome in Hastings. But trouble is, a lot of people know me in Hastings now from doing social media stuff and YouTube stuff and whatever I'm doing. So I get a lot of followers from Hastings, which again, my platform that I'm using to help others like yourself and to get you known down the South Coast a bit, like Brighton and stuff like that. And I think it's amazing. And obviously, you've always shown me the support, always over the years, a long time.
Yeah.
And I do the same with yourself as well.
I think all business guys should flick in, help each other, network together. You know, like what Jimmy Burns is. You know, he's we all work together. You know, and it's the old adage. You know, united we stand, divided we fall, that sort of thing. Now, if we all work together, so listen, everybody knows someone who can use that service from someone they know.
Yeah.
You know someone who does this. You know someone, and that's what I like, connecting people, and networking is my main. I love networking, whether it's face to face, online. It's a great thing to do. You know what I mean? And you build up some great. Oh, mate, the amount of people I've met in the last year, worldwide, is unbelievable. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a real opens doors. And we all need a bit of help because it's rough times at the moment for a lot of people. It's rough times. So we all need a bit of help and a bit of support, and that's it. We're in business. Let's
Yeah, I just think it's a shame. Obviously, it's a bit. Obviously, if you can come Saturday, I can meet you.
I'm going to try. I'm going to try.
If you can, I'll meet you. But it's a shame. It's a bit thing because I could have introduced you to a couple of people down there, like the film crew that's down here, the guy that directs and writes movies and films and stuff. I could have introduced you to him to star in a couple of them. Obviously, it's a bit short notice. But I can try.
I'll be happy to meet him if I'm up there. Do you know what I mean? So
he's a guy named Francis Saunders. He's on my Facebook. A very, very well guy and a good guy. And yeah, I'm featuring on one of his films coming up soon. And obviously, it's his film crew that's filming a documentary for me as well. So,
oh, that's good.
Yeah, it'd be good to get you in it as well. That's why I need to take a bit of footage with you so that I can just edit it into it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know me, I always get stereotyped. I'm always a flipping doorman or, you know, a gangster or this or always something a bit rough and tough, you know what I mean? So, just before you go, I just asked the viewers if they've got any questions for you. Yeah, guys, anybody who's watching now, have you got any questions for Paul? Just write in the comments. Can you see the comments, Paul? No.
What can you see? What's the last one?
Nothing. I can't see anything here. I've just got like live. I can see a thumb going up now. Just see a thumb going up.
Yeah, we've got quite a few people on here actually, watching it behind the scenes. I'll find out if anybody's got any questions for Paul, can you please write them in the comments, so I can read them out to him.
Yeah, especially if they're about Elvis, Cadillacs, you know, all the things, Wing Chun. Anything that you know, these are the things I love, you know what I'm saying? And it's not just because I look like Elvis that I like him, I just like him anyway, just in case you was thinking it was for that reason.
Yeah, because obviously you promote a Michael Jackson tribute act, don't you?
Yeah, he's #1 all over the country for us, all over the country. If you type in on Google now, Michael Jackson Tribute London, you'll see what I've done for him, you know. And this is the great thing, we're helping you know, I had a guy join us last month. He does resin tables, you know them resin tables. Within 3 weeks, he's #1 everywhere, whether it's Southend, Harlow, the whole of Essex. You put in resin tables, custom resin tables, bespoke resin tables, all that. I think he's page 3 in London already, but he's gone from 0 to page 1 everywhere in 3 weeks. I mean, it's unbelievable. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, we've got thousands of businesses for less than a coffee a day. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I just want to give a massive shout out to Chelsea Singh that's tuned in. He's an international DJ, so I just want to say,
nice, yeah.
How you doing? I hope you're well. You might have remembered him from Big Brother back in the day. Yeah, he was on that and amongst other shows and stuff. So big shout out, hello to Chelsea Singh.
Yeah, hi Chelsea.
Yeah. Have you got anything you want to say, Paul, or add, or?
Well, no. Listen, you know, it's all I'm saying is everyone's got to, in regards, if they've got a business, they've got to try and advertise. There's no one set rule, you know. It's not just all about online SEO, social media, this and that, you know, depending on what your business is. But it is important, whatever business you've got, the 2 most important things I think you need to bear in mind if you've got a business and you want to grow, and that's to modernize and to advertise. If you're doing those 2 things, you've got a fair chance. So many business owners, they don't do no advertising. They all think it's all going to be word of mouth. And yes, to some degree, that is great. I mean, there's nothing better if someone's promoting you. You promote yourself, no one listens. When someone else says, oh, you want to try them? They're really good, done a great job for me. Makes a lot of difference. So, but, you know, it's important that you, it's very important that you, you know, you make sure you try and grow your business and you've got to advertise. Then you've got to look at the most cost-effective way of doing these things, modernizing and advertising. You've got to look at the most cost-effective way. And I'll tell you something that I've noticed in business just here. So many people advertise, right? But they never check. So they'll do an advert on the radio. They'll put something in the newspaper. They'll do this. They'll be online doing their Facebook and their Instagram, TikTok, whatever, SEO, website, whatever. But not many people, when a customer calls them or walks in the door or whatever it is, actually say, how did you hear about us? You know, can I just ask you, how did you hear about us? So they don't do that R&D, that research and development for themselves. So then they'll never find out what the ROI is. Are they getting a return of investment for this money they're paying out? Did it work? So as an example, when I had my zoo, I put an advert on the local radio, it cost me £500. But because I did ask everyone who come to my zoo, how did you hear about the zoo? I ended up having 3 people that actually come from that £500 advert. And at the time I was charging £350 for the customers. So I lost £490 on that one advert campaign. But had I never asked any of them people, I would have never have known that. So it's very important, R&D, research and development for yourself to find out, you know, there's lots of meanings to R&D, by the way. But, you know, you need to ask people, if you're trying to grow your business, find out where you're actually getting the customers from and is it a good investment for the money you're spending. And so that's the advice I'd give anyway.
Yeah, I'll tell you the two things. I'll tell you the 2 things I'm going to do for you as well. If you can send me over the logo for the, you know, the tower logo and the link, just on Instagram, Facebook, whatever page you've got for that specific thing. On my website, theadshomepage.com, which looks after, like, promotes lists, bands, singers, DJs, venues, business venues, comedians, all that sort of stuff. I'll list you under the venue section. So if anybody's in Essex or in a venue to hire, they can give you a call. You know what I mean?
I saw that come up. Hello, Ben. Yeah, no, that's great.
And then I'll also do the same for your things to do as well. And I just put on there, quote John C at the bottom, so you know any business you get come from myself, and you can do whatever you need to do. I want to say a big hello to Ben Hatchett as well. Following guys, because he's putting on a massive bare knuckle fighting with celebrities as well in Hastings in March.
Brilliant.
So contact me if you're a boxer or if you want to buy tickets, you can see how you can do that. So that, Ben, that's a little plug for you, mate. You deserve it. And yeah, Paul, so I'll do that for you, mate. That's not a problem. I don't mind helping you out, mate. That's not a problem.
And speaking about that, events and that, John, just quickly, you know, for Ben and that, you can go onto any of our sites. I keep forgetting to mention this, and you can add your business free. You can add events free, and you can add job vacancies free. So, you know, it's like our things to do in London.co.uk. You can go on there, home page, on the bottom left, it says, you know, like, on the bottom left, you can actually add your business. It says free listings. There'll be on the left-hand category, it's got free listings. You don't get the SEO. You won't get a one-page website and all the other stuff that goes with that, but you can still put your business on for free to be in front of all of our visitors. Secondly, any events, if you go on that London site and click on the events at the bottom of the page, on the home page, you can add events, but you can also see everyone else's events. You know, and we've done that on all our sites, whether it's in Essex, wherever the business is, Chelsea, flipping Peterborough, you know, Ipswich, wherever. And that's a free service that we're doing to help businesses who are just starting out, or they can't afford, you know, to pay for advertising. They can actually list free on any of our sites, you know what I mean? And also add job vacancies. But it's good to put your events on there because it just lets people see what events are there. So that's it. And sorry, John, but if you look at things to do in.co.uk, then just remember them words, things to do in.co.uk. That lists all of our sites at the bottom of that page. So you can click on any town you want and add that, whatever you want to do. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a reason why that I started the business that I started, because say you're looking for a DJ, okay, and you find one that's listed with me, then you might want a venue. Guess what? There's some venues there too. So I've only launched it really a couple of months ago, and the feedback I've been getting is it's getting known in like Europe as well now. And I want to conquer the States of it as well. So it's really getting some traction now, which I'm happy about. You know,
keep pushing it, and everyone else can push it, and it's what I'm saying. You know, we grow. It's like you know, it's one after the other, all helping each other. You know, who knows where it can lead and where it can go. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's always about mate.
I'll do them things for you. I'll put them stuff on the website for you tonight for you, so that will get you a bit of a traction from it, like the franchise, the normal stuff. But if you want to check out in the meantime, guys, all you got to do is go to thingstodoin.co.uk, and if you want to take one in your town, things to do in franchises.co.uk.
Yeah. Remember that, John. If someone wants to work from home, just say they've lost their business, they've been made redundant, or they're into sales and they want to have a great business. If they take a town, just say you know, it could be Leicester, it could be flipping Brighton, it can be anywhere. Once they put 100 businesses on, right, and that means that could be a boxing club. I mean, if you type in boxing Colchester, anything, kids boxing, amateur boxing, professional boxing, whatever, we're number one. If you put in karate, Essex, we're top of page one for the whole of Essex for karate, and loads of other ones, martial arts and female related. But what I'm saying is, there's no business you can't put on, whether it's a ladies' hairdressers, whether it's a flipping key cutting company, whether it's a house clearance company, if it's a venue, if it's a pub. I mean, I think if you type in Eating Out Essex, we're above TripAdvisor. I mean, no one above them, you know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, and let me get back to what I was saying. Yeah, so if someone took things to do in Brighton, say, there's not one business in Brighton that they can't onboard our directories. And once they've got 100 businesses on, they're on £5,000 minimum a month. If they've got 200 businesses on in the whole of Brighton, you imagine that, they're on £10,000 a month. Do you see what I'm saying? And they've got a business now with no rates. They've got no rent, they've got no utility bills, they've got no staff unless they want to pay a sales guy commission. We build the sites and we invoice the companies. So it's the most stress-free opportunity someone could have to run a business from home. They can go out in the street and do face-to-face networking or field sales. Field sales just means walking down the high street, talking to people. Hi, would you like to join our directory? We're going to massively increase your online presence. We're going to do this, so promote you on our social media, etc. For less than a coffee a day and no contract. No one's tied into a contract. So we've got so many businesses making a living by being on our directories. And if they weren't on there, they wouldn't be doing it. I mean, if you type in drone hire Peterborough, I think you'll see the top 3 businesses are there because of this directory. If you put in telephone service Essex, 2 top spots are there. You know, whatever, you name a subject, drain clearance, whatever it is, we're helping businesses. So it's a great opportunity for someone to actually have their own business. And just so one other point, if someone was born in New Delhi and they're now living in London, but all their friends and family are there, they could run things to do in New Delhi from London, because 80% of this is all done online. You know, you don't have to go out and meet people. So if you've got a bit of confidence and you know, you want to earn some money and make a great living, it's a great opportunity. And you can have a look at things to do in franchises.co.uk. That tells you everything about that.
Yeah, because obviously, and also I will say one thing though, if people are interested in taking a franchise, Paul can actually do a Zoom call with you as well to explain to you more depth, one-on-one, what you get, what you need to do, how you do it, how you go and sell it. He can do all that training for you. So
you get full training, yeah, full ongoing training. Do you know what I mean? So that's it, yeah.
Yeah, so it could be like a Zoom call or a WhatsApp call, a Skype call or something.
Yeah.
Paul's your man for that. I can't pick up enough, Paul, for what you've done, what you've achieved, mate. Winning businesses, mate. Fair play to you, mate. You deserve it.
Working hard, aren't we? Everyone's working hard in their own field, and you know, maybe we all make it and have a good. You know, it's all about having a good life, having good friends, being positive. That's the most important thing. Keeping yourself fit. You know, that's a real big thing. So, you know, it doesn't matter if you're cycling, if you do whatever. I mean, you know, I do my martial arts, really helps me, but I go out and do a lot of badminton and I love cycling. You must do that sort of stuff in between your business, otherwise, because that relieves the stress. So most of my good thinking is done when I'm out walking or, you know, cycling, because, you know, you're away from it all. And it's important for all business owners, because otherwise, if you just got stress, not good for you. So you've got to have them breaks, you know what I mean? That's another bit of advice that I'd say that I've learned over the years. Don't just be all encompassed in work, because, you know, you've got to live as well.
Yeah, so have you got anything else you want to add, Paul? Or
no, not really. You know, just everyone here does well. You know, do networking, whatever field you're in. It's always good to network, whether it's online. Like I said, if you type in online network in London or Essex or even Beverly Hills, you'll come to our sites. We're top of page one. I think in London we're above Eventbrite, and you can join some of these online networking groups. You do it from home and you meet people, and they could be anywhere in the world. I mean, you know, I'm good friends with a guy called Mark Gerrard, who does the WhatsApp groups. He's got about 300 WhatsApp groups with entrepreneurs all around the world. So if you want to join him, go onto LinkedIn and just put in, it's M-A-R-C and then J-A-R-R-E-T-T, and you can join these groups instantly. You've got another guy called Your Partnerships with Brock. He's got a worldwide networking. This is a great way to grow your business. If you're business minded, that is, you know, so you can network online anywhere, because you just never know who you're going to meet. You know, this is very important.
Yeah, so and has anybody got any questions for Paul? I know a few more people have joined in now, new ones now. So I want to say massive respect to Ben for coming in. Ben Hatchett, how you doing, mate? Martina, Pedro, Linda, Josie, Mr. Ward, Cherry, Chelsea Singh, Michelle, Wayne, James, Kathy, Stephen, obviously Paul himself, Kirk Gerardi owns a security firm as well. How you doing, mate? AD, he's a DJ host and he does like opera sort of style music. Fantastic what he does. So pick up AD as well.
Hi, Eddie.
Yeah. So there is some quite. I've still got me on Facebook that's got like 5,000 friends, but I'm running two. This one's more for business. That one's more for mucking around and pleasure and God knows what else I crack on with. I try to keep the two separate, business and playing around. Because before you know, we used to muck them all around together. It doesn't look good. It looks crap. So I try to keep them separate and better that way.
Another thing, John, is like, because you said there's quite a few doormen that you know and people like that. You know, I love going around teaching doormen, especially you know, awareness skills.
Yeah.
Number one, communication. Number two, the way to control or grab someone and this sort of thing. You know, about being calm and not being aggressive, and you know, making sure that even when you're dealing with anyone, your awareness is there. You know, I actually went to get a guy to come and work with me, and someone suggested this club. So I was looking for a doorman to come and help me with this club, because I'll still do it if there's a special do or something like that, right? Don't like doing it because I like to be in bed early myself. But anyway, and I went up there, and just, you'd never believe it, as I walked in, it was the Moon and Starfish in Clacton Seafront. There was a little fracas started at the bar, and there was two doormen there, right? Now, it just happened as I walked in. I thought, great. And as it happened, these two doormen went up to this one bloke who was swearing at the barmaid, saying fucking this and blah blah blah, and making a bit of a noise. And they both went up to either side of this guy. There's only two doormen there, by the way. They both went up either side of the guy, and they're both fixated on him, saying, "Listen, mate, you better calm down, or you're getting out of here, and you're blah blah blah." Not now. Listen. One of them should have walked over there, been a lot more diplomatic at first, but his mate should have been about 6 or 8 foot behind him to make sure he ain't got no cousins, brothers, or anyone else that he's with that are going to come over and do him from behind and whatnot. So straight away, the second I saw them, I knew they weren't the guys for me, right? But, you know, this is so important, making sure that you're aware that one guy goes and talks. You're near enough to jump in if it kicks off, but you're also back to make sure no one comes in from behind. These sort of things, you know, and talking to people the right way, and how you escort them out calmly, but you're always aware, and how to hold them, where to touch them. Make sure that if you're escorting them out, if you have to, you know, making sure it's the right place, being aware of anything. There's so much to it, and it can be such an easy life, being a doorman, if you know how to talk to people. There's nothing worse than big guys standing there, you know, real frown on their face, trying to intimidate people because they're nervous themselves. You know, a friendly guy, you know, welcoming guy, but always prepared. You know, there's an old saying, talk softly, but carry a big stick. I love that saying, you know, because this is how you keep people calm, and, you know, you end up being a good doorman and calming the other doorman down, because, you know, you can have a nightmare if the other doormen are very volatile and worry about what people say. I mean, I teach my students, if someone gives you a present and you don't take it, they still own it. It's not you haven't took it, it's not your present. And this means, like, when people are being verbal and all that sort of thing, you know, not getting affected, because they will say anything to rile you up. They're probably drugged, they're drunk, they're this, they're that, they've had a bad day, or whatever it is. You've got to make sure you're not going to be took in by that. You've got, you know, it's honestly, you can have such a great career as a doorman if you do it the right way. So I'm out for teaching. If anyone wants to come and do some stuff with them, or if they've got a team, I'm happy to come and do a bit, and you know, that's it.
We do have one in Hastings. There might be two actually, an actual school that does that. Maybe I can have a chat with him and link him up with you to see if one day, if he can get his students there, you can come down and do one special guest appearance show for them.
Yeah,
Like
because
the
actual
students down or something like that.
yeah, because the actual training you get when you get these badges now is an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke. How they're sending people out with no, they're not prepared. And this is the thing, it's about being prepared, not just physically, but mentally. You've got to be prepared for what's about to come, you know what I mean? And when their legs start shaking, because there's a team of 12 guys turned up and they know they're going to get a hiding and their legs shaking and they're this and that, realizing why that's happening and making sure that they're prepared and everything else. It takes a lot, you usually have to have years experience to actually, but there's quicker ways to do it as long as you know what's to expect. When my leg used to shake, I mean, I'd have a big group of guys turn up and I remember my leg shaking, thinking, flicking, I'm going to get smashed up here. But I was so worried about the other doorman seeing my leg shaking because I didn't know what was happening. Now, when I first started, and sometimes it can overtake you. You get that adrenaline drop and all this stuff. But if you're prepared for that and you're warned what's going to happen in a fighting situation or when the odds are against you, it's great. If there's 5 doormen and 1 person, you're king of the club. But when it's the other way around, things change, even to the toughest guys. So, it's just about being prepared, you know what I mean? And to have a bit of training so they realise what's going to be happening and what their feelings are going to be and emotions and it can help.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say to you, Paul, mate, thank you very much for coming on again. I know you come on last year.
Right.
Last year. I've always been a supporter of Paul's, always, and always was a very good friend of mine.
Same here to you. You're a good man. You're always positive. You always got good things to do with. I've never heard anything bad about you.
Yeah, so I just want to say, Paul, mate, thank you for coming on, mate. I really do appreciate you coming on. And I'll probably get you on again later on in the year to update people on different things as your career's moving forward, what you're doing and stuff like that. I always give my guests a chance to come back. And I'll keep to my word. I'll do what I said for you as well. I'll put your information on my website for you as well to a bit,
No. Thanks a lot, John.
And if you can share my website with me, Paul, as well, mate, I'd appreciate it, mate.
Yeah, of course. Look, we'll try and meet up on Saturday and we'll go through some bits. So we'll do some promotion things and all that sort of thing. Anything I can do to help, that's it. It's done. Yeah.
Yeah, on that. Yeah. All right, we'll go. What I'll do, I'll inbox you some stuff in a little while. If you can inbox me them logos and stuff, what I need, I'll give you. I've got a new number now, by the way, so I'll have to inbox you that as well.
All right. No, definitely. Definitely.
And obviously, we'll try and meet up on Saturday. Yeah.
Yes. I will. I'm going to go and work out a little map routine now and where I can be and all that lot, and we'll sort something out. Yeah.
We'll talk on phone. Yeah.
Thanks everyone who watched. Thanks, John. Really nice. See you soon.
Cheers, mate.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Bye.
Yeah, I just say a big thank you, founder of Things to Do In. If you want to list your business, then go to thingstodoin.co.uk. And if you want to run your own business, then go to thingstodoinfranchises.co.uk and quote in brackets John C. So then Paul knows that the traction has come from myself. I also want to say the show has been sponsored by the adshomepage.com. So if you're a singer, a band, a DJ, a venue, you got an event, you got much more, then list with us at the adshomepage.com. All you need is a logo or a picture, a website or social media link, and a one-off payment of £20. That just covers the admin fee, and you also get promotion as well. So I've been your boy John C. Live for season 2 of the John C. Live show, and I will say goodbye to a few of you now. Lord Brett, how you doing? Ben Hatchett, how you doing, my friend? Martina, Pablo, Linda, Steve Ward, Dugout Cafe owner of Hastings. So you want a good fry up, you want a good breakfast, you want a good Sunday roast, you want the best and the only pie, mash and liquor from Armand's Pies. Go to the Dugout Cafe in Hastings, Seaside Road, Hastings, TM38 AOAL. Go and check them out, guys, down there, the Dugout Cafe Hastings, Seaside Road, Hastings. Go and check them out. And also Wayne, hope you're well, mate. Hope you're good. Michelle, hello, darling. James, Aiden, James, 80 does the karaoke on a Tuesday night in the Pig on White Rock in Hastings. So go and check him out down there for the karaoke. Fantastic at what he does. Go and give him a like. Go and give him a share. Add him if you want. You see what gigs he does and stuff. He's really good. So yeah, that's me. And also Lord Brett McLean, Gogglebox, Star Martin's PA management for Lord Brett. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. This show is sponsored by the At Home Page.com.